Thursday will be the power plant day and bridge day. It's like a holiday. He's making it a
after
holiday.
BB. I thought I've seen it all after BB.
But this is like a holiday. It's like President's Day, Memorial Day. Tuesday, that's tomorrow, will be power plant day and bridge day all wrapped up in one in Iran. I fly, no flag, man, right? But so it's clear to put this into context. We're not making light that he's going to bomb energies and bridges. I think that's bad because that means people don't get food, people don't get water, people don't get hot water. A lot of people don't get medicine. But the need is overwhelming, and it's whose side are you on? I'm on God's side. There's people suffering, even if it is a war crime. Who's gonna do something about it? Someone's gonna take America. Someone's gonna. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another CryptoCrush event.
Let's go.
This is the greatest hour on the internet. Often accused of breaking the internet. We'll accept that.
Sir, yes, sir.
We'll accept that.
Try not to say anything about Coinbase, yeah?
You know what's really funny is we made a video about Coinbase. I don't think you know this. We made a video, maybe you do. We made a video about Coinbase with our people having a problem. We put it on YouTube. I'm not kidding. 15 minutes later, I get a text from the person who had a problem. Hey, it went through. Imagine that. Imagine that.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
What a coincidence. The coincidences of life.
So we took the video down, but let us know if you have problems with Coinbase. Anyway, we're talking about the markets today. Markets are dead, like we spoke Friday. All of Europe is off. UK, all of
Remember,
Europe.
it's Easter for the Christians. It's Passover for the Jews, right?
Right.
So people are with their families. We're just after Ramadan. This is a great time of the year where people are really focusing on their families, on their loved ones. And we're right before major steps in the Middle East. There's a guy who's starting to swear on social media. I've never seen a president swear before.
Yo, wait a minute. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I haven't thought about that. Let's actually get right into it. All the children listening at home, earmuffs, please. Earmuffs, please. Tuesday, this is Trump on Truth Social. Tuesday will be the power plant day and bridge day. It's like a holiday. He's making it a holiday.
I thought I've seen it all after BB.
But this is like a holiday. It's like President's Day, Memorial Day. Tuesday, that's tomorrow, will be power plant day and bridge day all wrapped up in one in Iran. This is hilarious. There will be nothing like it. Yeah, but look at the promotion. There will be nothing like it. It'll be the greatest event ever.
This is a president. This is not a marketing agent. This is the president of the greatest nation on the planet.
But he's the greatest showman I've ever seen. I mean,
Yes, he is.
all right,
But you
so-
gotta understand something. And that's a lot of. Well, I'm not gonna say because we sometimes we suffer from that too, and we made that mistake as well. Oh, they know how to cry, and they know how to act, and they know how to play, and they know how to play, and they know how to make you go to the table and go to the table. And meanwhile, they're putting more rockets and more missiles in different places. They're trying to stall time, and when you agree to that time stalling, they just see it as a weakness. It's just a cultural thing. It's just a cultural gap. So when you give them extra 2 weeks, that's what's going to happen. They're going to say, oh, I'm coming to the table. And then they're going to give you some U-turn. And then you're going to have to follow that U-turn, right? So I get it. God bless the pilot that they managed to save.
That was cool.
That was amazing. Shaldag are great people. I haven't served with Matkal. I have one guy from my class when I was a kid, when I was in high school. He's in Matkal. There's rumors about him. I don't know where he lives now. Shaldag, I did serve with them. I did some good stuff with them. They're cool. They're very cool people. Their job is to be in enemy's territory on the ground, pointing dots and pointing targets for the Air Force to do what they got to do. So they're amazing people. They know how to camouflage. And that's the people who are there eventually to take that. So there's a lot of things that are happening over there right now. Let's see the foremost. We said it last call as well, man. This guy, there's a video of him when he was like, when it was like 30, 29. The guy wants the oil. The guy wants the oil, man.
Well, actually, you called it, right? You called it, and Amir called it. But you live in Tel Aviv, right? So you've been in this for so long. You know the culture so well. One thing I want to point out is that we are not making light of him bombing energy plants. This is going to cause enormous devastation to the people of Iran. There's innocent people, like there's women, children. There's actually people that don't want this. You know, they're not with the
They're
RNC.
great people.
Yeah, they're great
Very
people.
great people. Remember, this is not
Right.
This is
So-
not Gaza.
No,
This is a
I'm not-
nation, an empire. This is a place that used to be an empire before, right?
I know a lot of Iranians who are really great people, man.
Bro,
They're
they
all
were one of the
Christians.
richest and most ancient empires out there.
Yeah, ancient Persia. So what I want to say is, what we're doing is we're actually making fun of Donald Trump, and it's not that we're against him, we're for him. That's not us. We are for God, right? We are with God. I fly no flag, man, right? But so it's clear to put this into context. We're not making light that he's going to bomb energies and bridges. I think that's bad because that means people don't get food, people don't get water, people don't get hot water. A lot of people don't get medicine. A lot of this is a real problem, right? People who are in hospitals, who are in the ICU, just older people, right? All the older people. So this is not something that I like to see. Like, in fact, Amir knows this. I'm going to say this. My heart was, why don't we want to take a bunch of our profits the first quarter, and I was talking about the network that we have. Is there a way that we can help all the orphans in Israel, in Iran, in Lebanon? Like, there's orphans, right? That we can help.
Yeah, single mom.
And that's,
Remember, a lot of
the heart
men
of-
are going. Like a lot of men are not coming back home. So
No, but
a lot of single
exactly.
moms out there.
No, but the need is overwhelming, and it's whose side are you on? I'm on God's side. There's people suffering. So CryptoCrush's heart is to take profits that we make, and by you liking and subscribing and following us, it helps us, right? And we want to take profits, and the plan is in July to send money to create something where we will help these kids. So that's, having said that, let's get back to this statement, which is insane. Power plant day, bridge day. He's making it a holiday. And then he promotes it. There will be nothing like it. It's like, he's like opening a hotel. There's gonna be like nothing like it. And then he goes, this is what you were saying. Open the effing straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah.
I don't even know what to do with that. What do you do with that?
Oh my God, he's like telling them he's trying to say in English, I do speak your language. I know what is the language they speak over there, which is power. It is what it is. Anyone who's been living in the Middle East know that's what it is. So praise be to Allah. I know your language. But it's funny how the market hasn't moved so much, how like the holidays are really affecting it.
All right, here's Super Grok. This is on X. So I said, what are your thoughts on President Trump's remarks? I like Super Grok because it speaks like a normal person.
I started liking Super Grok too. ChatGPT is trying to please you too much.
ChatGPT sucks.
No, I'm saying is it's trying to please you too much. It's I don't
No,
have anything
it's
against it, but it's like I asked, am I pretty? Yes. Am I the most pretty?
yeah,
Like, I know I'm pretty, but not that pretty. Come on. But
Wow.
Grok gives you a practical answer. I don't feel like Grok is trying to please me, right?
No, but he's giving me his stuff. So Trump's Truth
Yeah.
Social post from Easter Sunday is classic Trump style, maximum pressure rhetoric. Blunt, profane, theatrical, and designed to dominate the news cycle while putting Iran on a defensive. Core message is blah, blah, blah. So now here's what hold on, let me go to ending with praise be to Allah adds a layer of dark irony or psychological jab, which some see as mocking. It is mocking, or trying to frame it as a message to Iranian people regime rather than just the saber rattling. Yeah, he doesn't follow the traditional rules of diplomacy, right? Which is, let's have a conversation. He's like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this. I'm gonna bomb you. I'm gonna destroy you. Open the strait.
Yeah, but I've read the whole like. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a hard one, but eventually, in my opinion, bro, like if they can take over, because I don't know what's happening with Venezuela right now with the resources that they took over there, right? But put it this way, the people weren't getting the resources, right? The people weren't getting the resources, as far as we understand from the people who were living there and spoke about it. So, I mean, I have Iranian friends who are living in Dubai and in Europe and all these things. They don't have the resources there. So maybe if you're rich and you make a lot of money, then you might make a little bit of, but the majority of them don't have money. Like they don't have anything. So even, and it's weird because the country has so much resources, right? That's what we've been saying. The country has so much resources that could have gone to the people, but instead of it going also with Gaza, that's why we talk about Gaza. All that money could have gone to the people. People could have been living happily ever after, but instead it went for that destructions and proxies and proxies and proxies, right? So maybe if, for example, not America, but after America does its thing with the oil, they give it to Qatar. They give it to Qatar. Obviously, it's America, right? But they give it to Qatar. Yalla. Qatar or Saudi Arabia takes control of it, and they control it.
He'll make a deal with them.
Yeah, of course.
So
it's just be for the world to know that it's still. I haven't taken. It's not. We're part of the new world. We can't colonize a place, but they're Arabs, and they're not Arabs. But you know that's how the world thinks. You know they're Persians, but Saudi. If Saudi takes over, then it's a little bit better than America. America or Israel is taking over.
You need someone indigenous there that has America's
maybe the
interests
people
to
will
take
get the
over.
resources.
Saudi Arabia is the biggest, the most powerful one to take position there. So here, this just came out 49 minutes ago. This puts a different perspective on things. Will U.S.-Iran war end today? Trump pushes last effort deal as Iran ceasefire talks intensify. So now this is interesting. This is saying that they want to focus on a 45-day ceasefire. I didn't know that. So U.S. war-Iran negotiations have reached a key phase as U.S. officials, Iran, and regional mediators discuss a proposed 45-day ceasefire to prevent further tensions. What is your thought about this? How do you interpret this?
You see how the focus from the nuclear went to the Hormuz?
Yes. Dude. That's a great observation. Yo, that's a great observation. That's a great observation because it started with, they told us there's 16.
Again, I'm a Jew. I don't care about the Hormuz. I care about, and trust me, there is Jericho, right? And anyone who's watching this, remember, the only president or prime minister in Israel in the past who threatened to click on that button was a female. Right, that gold that went cuckoo in the Yom Kippur war, right? Believe it, us as Israelis who've been through what we've been through in our history, whoever. So that's how we think. So that's our mindset. We don't care about the Hormuz. We don't care about that. Like we care about that, but we will work harder. We will pay the taxes. That's the mentality over here. Well, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's hard, but we will pay it. We don't care about the Hormuz. We care about the nuclear stuff.
Remember, this started with, well, they've got nukes, they got nuclear bombs. Now, it's very interesting that how you caught it. They're pivoting. Hey, look at this shiny object here, the Strait of Hormuz, right? And so
I hope that even if Trump agrees to that, I hope that, and I know that the Judea heart knows what needs to be done. Well, and I hope that Bibi won't sell us.
You said it to me many times privately. If Europe and America don't do it, Israel will just do it themselves. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, probably.
Right? The 51st state of America will do it itself.
We can't take that risk.
I agree, but this is interesting because I think my perspective is if you're doing a 45-day ceasefire framework, for me, this shows weakness. I think it shows weakness I think
Unless he gets what he said that he will get. Because remember, 2 weeks ago, he said that they will go there and they will take it physically. Remember, he tweeted that if the deal will come, the US will go there and take it, the nuclears physically, and everything will go back to normal, right?
right.
Let's see.
So
Maybe that will happen. Maybe Trump will surprise us.
well, that would mean having a constant military presence there in the Strait of Hormuz, which is expensive. So you can tackle the financial part by charging what Iran's already doing, which is $2 million for safe passage. Right? You could do that.
Which is done in yen and in Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, in Chinese yen or BTC now. So Trump could say, sure, give it to us in BTC or gold.
We
Also
like
interesting.
BTC because we said that we're going to be, Bitcoin is made in the United States, right?
This is interesting. So I think if he's looking for a 45-day ceasefire, I think the question I have is, I'm pretty sure. Actually, let me find something out. Let's go to Grok. If he bombs the power grids, is it a
What would happen to the price of oil if America all of a sudden does take over?
It'll drop.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Americans are going to be happy. All of a sudden, they're going to be fighting the war for Israel.
No bombing. I said, is it a war crime if he bombs power grids? No, bombing power grids or power plants not automatically a war crime under international humanitarian law, but it often is, especially if done on a widespread scale against civilian-dependent infrastructure like Iran's national power system. But that's what he's going to go after, right? Now,
but then if you can prove, but then ask another question. If you can ask this question, if you can prove that the Iranian national power station is providing power to military bases, then what?
That's the loophole. That's the loophole that Israel uses all the time, right? You bombed a hospital.
Not a loophole,
yeah,
bro.
But it's not a hospital. It's a terrorist center underneath.
I saw a mosque. I saw a mosque inside the mosque. I saw one guy with sniper, one guy with RPG. I'm like, These are
because
very religious people over there.
Yeah, because what happens is if it gets bombed, that's a real problem. So, this is very, very. The other question is this: even if it is a war crime, who's going to do something about it? Someone's going to take America. Someone's going to.
Who's going to do something about it? The guy from Hague that is currently being investigated for. What is he being investigated for? The guy from Hague for child trafficking or something like that. It's pathetic. The people who are responsible for the Matrix are pathetic sometimes. I'm sorry, bro.
So now let me go back into this article because this is hot off the press, friends, right? This is like this just came out an hour ago. So Iran war has explained geopolitical divisions, expanded. European countries have declined to support U.S. military actions. This includes countries like Spain, France, Italy. But here's the deal, they don't have a military. And Spain closed its airspace to U.S. aircraft. Wow. And France blocked Israeli planes carrying weapons. But France is done for. They are.
Who needs to take care of his right? He got smacked. He still needs to take care of that, bro.
He will. He will. So
this guy needs to handle his immigration problem over there, man.
So look, the initial deadline has been extended by 20 hours with a new cutoff schedule for Tuesday evening.
We're hearing that, yeah.
Anyway, let's see what the markets are doing. The first thing is, as you see, I love how it hit our line. Look at this. It hit this line. Ooh, doggy.
It hit it bad. And if you're not yet with us on the Telegram, because after our last call, when we called it, so if you're not watching those live calls, make sure to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then on Telegram, we give those setups. So after our live calls, after you're watching this, on our private Telegram channel, not on the WhatsApp, because we don't want, WhatsApp is announcements. Telegram is where we post what we are doing setups, and it's swing trades. So it's not a scalping thing. we just put the zones and we let it go. And if the liquidity is low, like it has been the last couple of days, that's okay, because gold is still going up. We said if it holds the 4,600, we'll talk about gold, and we also talked about Bitcoin. So everything that we said there, very calmly, happened.
Yeah, exactly. And you see this candle here? This is Easter Sunday. This is the height of Easter, Passover, right? This candle, I'll tell you, friends, right now, the big money, institutional money isn't in here, right? These are retailers driving up the price, and this is dangerous, really dangerous, because all of Europe is shut down, Canada, Israel, the markets are there's very, very little volume. And like we said last week, Tuesday, for sure Wednesday, you're going to see something happen. We're going to see a big move because we've been in this channel for a long time. And one of the things that we pointed out was this thing is an indicator that it breaks down. And we said it could take several weeks. I think it's happening this week. Now, it is possible, like we said, for it to come and grab the 76,000 for liquidity, and this would be a great time to short.
Yeah,
I wouldn't touch
having
this
a sell
at
zone
all.
there and putting a sell order there, small sell order, or
Yeah,
whatever,
you can put a limit
situation
order here.
I would do that.
You're going to see it's going to react very strongly, right? We also said last week you could put a sell order here because it's going to reject, and it did. And you put a small limit order, leveraged, and well, this is what we do actually. And we run at 100 points, 200 points. In this case, there's about 1,000 points that you could have ran, but we would have taken it out after 250.
Yeah.
So is it possible it goes to 76? Absolutely. I think you could see a fake out. There's going to be a big move. Ultimately, it's coming down here, right? So if we go out to October, it is going down. We spoke about, here's crude oil. Let me show you something about oil here. I spoke to a few people over the week, and what's interesting is, gas prices have soared, diesel prices have soared, but what's in Europe and in America. But what's interesting?
Also in Dubai, by the way.
Yeah, but the supply of oil to America and Europe hasn't been cut. So this is some bullshit scheme. It's a scam, right? Because
something is weird.
Yeah, no, but like America is supplying the UK with.
That's what I'm saying.
America's getting oil from Russia and America, right? So they don't need this, right? The natural gas, okay, that's a big one. But even there, it can come from Russia or Germany, right? Maybe
natural
Russia's
gas
raising
in
the
Qatar.
prices.
Israel has here on the ocean like 4 stations on the ocean, 3 or 4 stations. That's why I always say in Israel, the gas prices are high. I'm like, why are they high? We got 4 stations right here. What a scam.
It is. It's a scam. Now, here's gold coming in. So gold, we're still holding steady here.
Yeah, but it's gonna climb. I think once the whole balagan is happening over there, and Iran is gonna start, and I think it's gonna start. I don't think they're gonna reach an agreement. I think it's gonna take their oil. I think it's gonna pump up. I think it's gonna pump up.
Long-term gold goes up, and this is what we said last week, and we're going to say it again because nothing's really changed, and that is that the fundamental reasons why governments and institutions were buying up gold has not changed. It's gotten 10 times worse. So they're going to buy more and more and more because it's getting worse. That and Bitcoin. So I think
remember, one of the largest reserves, one of the biggest ones, is over there in Europe with French and all the wonderful colonizers who took a little bit of gold from Africa back in the days.
Right, so look, see, we said
so they want gold to continue going up, right?
You know what? The more I do this, the more I realize that there's a lot of the commodities are manipulated. It's a big manipulation, and we're not part of the team that gets to manipulate it, right? It's just how it is. So Bitcoin's in this channel. We are due for a break. Look, we are due, and usually it's a fake out to the top and then a crash.
Boom, ta 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 ta, boom, ta 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 ta
Right?
ta,
So we
boom.
had it here. So we said, because we recognize this pattern, okay, this thing wicked up, that's a signal it's coming down. This has not been invalidated because it's come up here. This call gets invalidated if it
You're silent,
breaks.
let me click my man. See,
Look, okay, so if it gets invalidated, if the price comes up here and creates a higher low, right? So it's got to be higher than this bar here, right? So if it comes up here, this is invalidated, and we could see a shoot up to 76, but it hasn't done that. It's not going to do that today. I would not trade this. I'm very careful. There's no liquidity in there. Big money's not in the markets right now. This pump happened on Easter Sunday. Very dangerous. This is retailer speculation. Also, we got a firm rejection from the 7287. At the end of the day, we could see a short pump up, maybe Wednesday, but it's coming back down. So be very careful. And that is why we love ArbCore, by the way. If you're not familiar with ArbCore, ArbCore is an arbitrage trading platform that is returning 1%, sometimes 2% per day. It is decentralized. There's no human intervention. We got plenty of videos you can check out below. But we're going to expand on ArbCore tomorrow. We're going to talk about how you can double. We've already doubled our money, our initial investment that we started March 17th. It's now April 6th, so we've doubled it in less than a month. We had a meeting with the owner. We're very excited about that, and we are looking forward to actually progressing even further with ArbCore. We think there's a window of opportunity here before the arbitrage differences start lessening, and before regulation comes in, which will of course put everything into one price. So it's a unique window of opportunity. It's a season where you can harvest a lot. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful, blessed day. Be safe. We're not trading. We think it's too dangerous right now, and we will see you Wednesday for the live call. God bless.